The reputation of this place was something different.
It's here.
What is going on?
Always here.
We are back at the famously haunted West Virginia State Penitentiary.
Welcome to the walls.
This place is in our blood.
What the f?
Can you feel it?
Hello?
He came
He's
with us.
following.
He came with us. What the f? What?
I just saw people walking back there.
I'm hearing loud movement down here.
That wasn't you?
No.
Dude, that sounded like somebody was full on like, this doesn't make any sense, guys. Oh, wow. That was really crazy, dude. It's probably, honestly, top 5 of all time.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Dave and Ryan here, and welcome back to our paranormal quest. Tonight, we are in Moundsville, West Virginia, at a location that you may recognize that we may have investigated maybe 1 or 1,000 times throughout the years, and we are so excited to be back here again tonight.
That's right, we are back where it all started. We are back at the famous and the famously haunted West Virginia State Penitentiary. It's been almost 2 years since we investigated this place, but this is where our paranormal quest began. This is where we all met. We all met in prison. And this is where we had our very first and most formative paranormal experiences, and probably some of our most intense paranormal experiences that we have ever had. And we are really excited to step back inside the walls of a place that was known as Blood Alley, a place that was known as one of the most violent prisons in America, and today is known as one of the most haunted places in the world. But we're not here alone. We came here to investigate with a good friend of ours who has never been here before. We are here with Mr. Dawson Toller.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for for being here at the West Virginia Penitentiary. You know, I'm so excited to do this. I've always had a weird draw towards this place, but the minute I saw and heard the audio of what sounded like a shotgun blast that was posted on the Paranormal Quest channel, I was obsessed. I was hooked. I'm like, what was that? I've never seen anything like that. So I'm super excited to investigate tonight. We're gonna hit some really cool spots with the guys. And it's not just us 3 though, is it?
It is not. No, we are here once again. Welcome back to the channel. Miranda Santoro, my now fiance.
Woo! Hello, everyone. Woo! I'm so excited to be back. It's been a while since I have investigated in general, so I'm really excited to get back into it.
Well, and when I knew we were coming back here, I knew that we had to come here because I don't know if many of you know this out there, but when we went on our first date, we were looking for a place to explore that was abandoned, had a lot of bad luck finding abandoned buildings. So I told Miranda, I know an abandoned building, and I still worked here at the time. I said, let's go explore a prison. And this is where I brought her on our first date. So here we are, full circle, back at the West Virginia Penitentiary. So I knew she had to come along too.
Oh yeah.
But of course, we can't come to prison without the king of prison himself, Mr. Jason McKinney.
Hey-o.
Hey, so glad to be back in here, back home, back at the walls. Just the smell of the penitentiary. Never gets old.
Breathe it in.
You gotta breathe it in and breathe in the air, just like the Pink Floyd song, you know. This place just never gets old. This place is in our blood and vice versa.
It is. I don't think you can ever take this place out of us because it's a part of our story. And we're back again to try and tackle this place. But for those of you that are watching, those of you that are longtime fans of the channel, know that Paranormal Quest is not just I need to say this so it doesn't sound bad. I was gonna say it's not just a twosome or a threesome. Paranormal Quest is a foursome.
Sometimes
Paranormal Quest is a foursome. So everybody, welcome back to the channel for the first time in forever, Mr. Stephen James Hummel.
Hey guys, what's going on? I swear this is like so nostalgic being back in here with you guys. Like you guys said, it's like where it all started from.
Yeah, we met in prison.
Yeah.
Here.
Not in the sense you're probably thinking, but yeah.
We met here. This is where I met Steve. This is where I met Dave. This is where I met Jason, and went on first date with Miranda here. And now we're getting to introduce Dawson to this place.
Oh, that's right.
So
Welcome to the walls.
Ooh, that was spooky. That was spooky. I like it. Freaked me out a little bit.
Welcome to the walls,
To the
Dawson.
walls. To the windows. To the sweat drip.
What happens to the sweat?
It drips down something.
The halls.
Oh, right.
Not to be mistaken with, you know. I'm not gonna, yeah, it's gonna get that.
5 minutes back together, and we're already
Family friendly. It's family
working on
friendly.
getting ourselves kicked out.
But this is going to be really exciting. We're going to get to investigate together for the first time in a long time, and we're going to get to investigate a place that is near and dear to our heart, in our blood, in our bones. Let's get into this prison and investigate here. But first, let's go over a little bit of the history of this historic and haunted prison. What is and was known and always will be known as the West Virginia State Penitentiary. The West Virginia Penitentiary opened in 1866, and it was in operation for 129 years as the state's maximum security prison, until it finally closed in 1995. In that 129-year history, this place gained many nicknames and a terrifying reputation.
I've seen them pull up front out here, and they look at this place, and they were supposed to be some of the baddest guys coming in here, and they broke down and started crying and had to be drug in because they were that scared coming in here. The reputation of this place was something different.
Now you got to understand, I've been all over the world doing my business, and I'm telling you, this prison was one of the worst I've seen, and I've seen some hellholes.
Some of those nicknames included Blood Alley, the walls, the north side of hell, and it was very apparent that those that were incarcerated here were meant to fear it from the very beginning.
We pulled up this old Gothic looking castle looking prison. Right. And I remember telling Rudolph, I said, I am not staying here. And it was something about just the look of it before you ever got in it, that it is demonic looking. It is just something that doesn't attribute any good.
You have people in this West Virginia State Penitentiary that have killed 5 people since they've been incarcerated in this prison. And they'll kill again, and they'll tell you that. So why are we playing with these people?
When I started to work here, the reputation of this prison was one of the most violent prisons in the country. Every day that I worked here, I feared for my life. One of the strangest feelings, you dreaded every day getting up, coming here, but yet you knew you had to. But that's not for everybody, trust me. And most of the ones here shouldn't have been here. It wore them out. A lot of alcoholics from this place. The stress level was unbelievable. And the problem was nobody cared.
They say they just don't have enough people to do the job right.
It's been understaffed for quite a long time. You have employees over there that's been trying to do the job for quite a long time. Now, unfortunately, you can only go so far with so many people and maintain security as it should be. Unfortunately, with understaffing, we're still trying to provide security as if we were fully staffed, and you just cannot do that.
How long has this been going on?
Years.
The penitentiary itself was notorious for violence and death, and in fact, just from what records show from 1920, well into the prison's operation up until 1995, just between those years, there were 998 documented deaths inside this prison.
You got inmates wearing like these Chicano Pancho Villa types wearing dual knives underneath their armpits, threatening to kill everybody and everything else.
In the years the penitentiary was open, they did conduct capital punishment executions, and all the way up until 1965, the state of West Virginia carried out that death penalty here inside the penitentiary. 94 men were put to death, 85 by hanging, and 9 by the electric chair. The entire old half of the penitentiary itself was constructed between 1866 and 1899 and relied entirely on inmate labor for the construction project. There's many stories from these early years, some even suggesting that some of the administration, the warden himself, may have been just as violent and volatile as the inmates he was meant to incarcerate. A warden named John Peck would torture the inmates, whipping them, waterboarding them, And if they passed away from the torture, it's said that these inmates were buried beneath the walls of the penitentiary. As the years progressed, it became very apparent that this penitentiary was outdated, that it wasn't equipped to incarcerate the modern inmate, and that it was deteriorating rapidly around them.
The institution was laid out for the way prisons were operated 100 years ago plus, and you cannot operate that way these days.
Much of Moundsville is so old it creates problems automatically. Ancient plumbing fails. Poor living conditions create frustrations. A new dining hall has been built, but little money has been pumped into the overall facility.
There were parts of the prison that were condemned long before it ever shut down.
Since taking over, Warden Jerry Hedrick has seen a half a dozen murders and a riot in a single year. The crumbling 19th century prison would be a difficult job for anyone.
Hey! All this started behind this brutality, this cruel mass punishment. Hey! We're not gonna settle for nothing less than somebody from the Justice Department and out of the governor's office. Hey, we won't hesitate to kill the hostages, not for a second.
It became a very unique challenge. How do you incarcerate modern inmates in a facility that was built over 100 years ago? And how do you keep these modern inmates from escaping?
The inmates escaped by tunneling from the greenhouse area inside the pen under the east wall and came up on the back side of the pen outside the wall. The hole, about 1.5 feet in diameter, was discovered by a Moundsville resident. Prison clothing and a ladder were inside the hole. The resident alerted authorities, and when an emergency check was taken, the 3 inmates who had escaped before were on the loose again.
They are considered dangerous. We don't know the tribe at this point.
A lot of escapes. My understanding, somewhere a little over 500. 324 since the last 45 years here.
Rat infestations, cockroaches, plumbing and sewage issues plagued this penitentiary, making it an inhospitable environment for any human being to live. This was the ultimate reason the prison shut down, closing in 1995 after a lawsuit was filed deeming that this penitentiary violated the 8th Amendment of the United States Constitution and was considered cruel and unusual punishment.
Now, you get a lot of talking to people and they talk about how dangerous places like Alcatraz. They had some hardcore guys there, yes, that did easy time compared to what this was. People just don't understand just how violent this place was. They just don't. They never will.
It's said that the violent men that once lived and even died inside this penitentiary may still roam the halls of this old, forgotten structure. Experiences with paranormal activity are common inside this penitentiary, and I would know I've had many of them myself over the years. For those of you that don't know, I was an employee for the Moundsville Economic Development Council, giving both the historical and paranormal tours and even working various maintenance jobs over the 13 years that I spent inside this penitentiary. And in that time, I had some incredibly terrifying encounters with things that I couldn't explain. And the same goes for Jason and Dave and Steve. We met inside this prison, and this prison is the reason that we began this paranormal quest. And it's very safe to say that this YouTube channel that you are watching right now would not exist without this penitentiary. But let's go through some of the areas of the penitentiary that are considered paranormal hotspots, areas where strange and unusual experiences are commonplace, starting with one of the most famous, the Sugar Shack. You see, the inmates, especially if they were incarcerated or housed in mainline population, would have access to recreation areas, mostly in the outdoor recreation areas of the yards, where they would have access to baseball fields, they'd play sports, they'd lift weights. Any number of outdoor recreational activities were performed here, but it raised a very valid and interesting question. What happened during inclement weather? When inmates had nothing else to do and they would normally fill their time with recreation, but snow had covered the ground, or it was pouring rain, or high winds took over, where would they go?
The Sugar Shack, a gaming area, had ping pong tables, pool tables, couches, and things like that. The only problem there was no officers were in there when the inmates were in there. It was too dangerous for the officers. They would just make rounds after the place closed to see if there was anything left there. One of the main things that would happen here is these guys would make what they called julep, which is homemade wine or alcohol or beer, some of the liquor stuff. One of the main ones they made here was known as Raisin Jack. I've also known guys that would take cases of Lysol, spray them into a loaf of bread and wring them out and try to drink that. A few of them went blind over that kind of stuff. It was the worst thing you could have is a drunken inmate who likes to kill.
It's said the inmates who used to hide away down here playing pool and ping pong may still reside here, because many people, including myself, have seen shadows moving across the room, captured unexplained voices, heard unexplained whispers from around the corner, and even felt themselves touched by an unseen force.
No, I can go up and get it.
Oh God, what was that?
Whoa.
What was that?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh God, what was that?
Okay, it's
What the f was
I had
that?
my camera pointing in your direction. It's not letting me record files
What
down
was
here.
that?
I've never seen this.
What was that?
What happened? What happened?
That freaked me out. Hang on, what was that?
What is going on?
Something just grabbed my hand.
Well, I had
God,
my
something
camera
just touched
pointing
my
that.
f***ing hand.
I had my camera pointing that direction.
Okay, good.
I don't know. Ryan was right where I was at.
Oh wow, that was creepy.
2 times tonight, someone's gotten touched in the Sugar Shack.
I had, ooh,
Ryan on the walkthrough. And now Jason's off.
I had my hand like right here, and I swear to God, it felt like fingers, like doing that.
That's really
on my
weird.
fingers. Whoa, that freaked me out.
There's nothing hanging down either. No.
Sorry about that, but that
No,
was
that's a raw reaction, man.
I'll admit that kind of freaked me a bit.
That's why we're here.
I got freaked.
On the other side of the prison, there is an entirely different basement or dungeon area that was utilized for an entirely different purpose. In the early years, this basement area was known as the Hole, a form of punishment where inmates who misbehaved or broke prison code or rules were locked away, down in total darkness, left with nothing but a bucket to use the restroom in and only fed bread and water. They were left down here, and many inmate reports stated that when they were locked away in this damp, dark dungeon, that they would wake up to find rats nibbling on their toes, that they would find cockroaches crawling all over their bodies, and even find themselves going mad from the isolation and torment. But this basement area would evolve as this practice of the Hole became unconstitutional and unusable within a modern correctional facility. The basement was repurposed as a boiler room. A boiler room, because it was isolated, that needed to be monitored. And because they didn't have designated staff from the correctional officers to monitor these things, they decided to go with the age-old trick of having inmate labor take care of the problem. They chose one inmate in particular, a longtime inmate named R.D. Wall, who was one of the most well-behaved inmates to be incarcerated in the West Virginia Penitentiary. And he had a particular set of skills that made him a very viable option, not only to take care of the boilers, but to live down in that basement area to make sure that these boilers stayed running constantly. But this started rumors. A lot of inmates started to circulate rumors that R.D. Wall was providing information to the correctional officers and maybe even the warden himself, because of the extra privileges that he had been given to live in this boiler room. And it was because of that, in 1979, inmates snuck down into the basement, attacking and slaughtering R.D. Wall down here. It was one of the most violent attacks in the history of the penitentiary because no one was around to hear him scream.
R.D., he was be seen at the top of the steps after count cleared at night when nobody's supposed to be out. The tower officers would be yelling on the radio that there's someone standing at the top of the stairs going down into the basement, and people would come running over and there's nobody there. But they would swear that he was standing there. They just didn't know who he was, because that's where he would run back down into the basement, and they would go down there and the door would be locked. There's no way anybody could hide down there.
Out of all the places that people investigate inside of prisons, cell blocks are some of the most commonly seen, and this penitentiary has its share of cell blocks. But there are only 2 cell blocks that we will have access to tonight, the first of which is the most notorious and the most violent. North Hall Cell Block.
But the potential for trouble remains, especially in North Hall, where the most violent troublemakers are kept, many with little to lose by causing trouble inside the walls.
There were decent inmates here that made mistakes, who had to become animalistic to survive here. There was ones in here that was actually innocent that shouldn't have been here. But there was some here that should have never seen the day of light. They should have been locked away and left. They were that evil.
William Red Snyder of Weston was on trial for the murder of fellow inmate Kent Sly. 13 other Moundsville inmates were brought in to testify in that trial. One of the inmates was 39-year-old John Perry of Logan County. Shortly after 10 this morning, however, Perry was beaten to death in the upper cell block of the correctional center. The death of the inmate had an immediate and decisive effect on the trial. When word came to the courtroom, Judge McCarthy immediately declared a mistrial.
William Snyder was the leader of the Aryan Brotherhood.
Red Snyder came to this penitentiary for a double homicide that he committed in 1968 and very quickly gained the reputation as being one of the most violent and ruthless inmates in this penitentiary's history. It's said that Red Snyder took part in the attacks and murder of many of his fellow inmates. And it's said that this continued through attacks and riots and uprisings in the prison's history where Red Snyder would impose his will on the inmate population.
Snyder is already serving a life sentence at the penitentiary for murder. Marshall County prosecutors say it's uncertain whether they will seek another trial.
In 1992, one of his friends, Rusty Lassiter, ended up stabbing him to death. Elijah Sarton wanted to become the leader of the Aryan Brotherhood, but he didn't have the heart to face Red. So he sent Rusty in there, since Rusty was one of the ones that helped kill Danny Lehman. Rusty managed to bring in a few drugs to Red. Red loved his pills. Red popped a bunch of pills. Then one evening, when they cracked the door open for him, Rusty was standing there, asked him several times if he was going out to play. And when he realized he couldn't even sit up in his bed, then he ran in there and stabbed him 37 times.
Many notorious inmates lost their lives in this cell block, and it was considered to be one of the most violent cell blocks in America during that time. And that is why North Hall Cell Block is not only considered to be one of the most haunted cell blocks in this penitentiary, but it's also considered to be one of the most haunted cell blocks in the United States of America.
Now, there was two places that I considered the most violent here. It was North Hall and the psych ward. The psych ward, because there was only one officer up there, and you averaged somewhere around 35 inmates who were not chained down or strapped in or anything. They just got up and walked around with you. And sometimes they would just lose it, and you'd have to fight them and wrestle them to the floor, and you'd holler for the nurses to come over to give them a shot to put them down for the night to get them to calm back down. But a lot of violence happened over there. Guys, broken eye sockets, ears ripped off, things like that there was commonplace for the officers to happen to them.
And only the most uncontrollable inmates were kept at the very far south end of the medical unit, in 2 cinder block cells with thick steel doors, which were referred to as the psych cells. The inmates were stripped completely naked and put inside the cells with nothing but a shower head above them and a drain in the floor below them. And they were kept there until they felt that it was safe to let them out. This whole psych ward area is said to be one of the spookiest, one of the most chilling areas of the penitentiary to investigate. Footsteps are frequently heard, voices and disembodied sounds can be heard. And this is where I captured my first and still most shocking piece of paranormal evidence. Back in 2009, myself and a friend named Joe went up to the psych ward to do an EVP session. And we set up in the ward room, placing the digital recorder in the middle of the floor while we sat in the corner. About 1 minute and 45 seconds after we sat down, we had started to ask questions, and we heard what sounded like someone fired off a shotgun inside the room. To this day, I still cannot explain what I experienced and what I captured up in the psych ward, and Joe and I were baffled for a long time trying to figure out exactly what it could be. And it's the reason that I'm sitting in front of you right now. It's the reason that I still investigate the paranormal, because that first experience was so impactful and so shocking and so mysterious that I needed answers. And I even tattooed it on my arm, the sound wave of that gunshot EVP.
When I was working here, the big story was of the Shadowman. The tower officers would call and they would see him run across the yard and run up the walls and things like that, and we'd have to relieve the tower officers and send them home because they were scared.
One of the most famous pieces of paranormal evidence to ever be captured inside the penitentiary is the famous photograph of the Shadowman. The Shadowman picture was captured in May of 2004 by a paranormal investigator named Polly Gear, who just happens to be Dave's mother. That photograph has been used on almost every paranormal television show. It's been talked about inside paranormal circles for the past 22 years, and it's one of the best examples that people can point to of a photograph where a shadow figure was captured. The history of this penitentiary is so vast and so long, I could sit here for hours telling you about it. But I think what we need to do, and what's more important, is we need to go lights out, get the night vision cameras, and see what we can capture on yet another investigation of the West Virginia State Penitentiary. All right, so we officially have all the cameras set up that we're gonna set up here in the West Virginia Penitentiary. We are gonna be inside the building, so it's not a true abandonment, but we are going to be abandoning the cameras in various spots throughout the prison to see what they pick up when no one is inside the parts of the prison that the cameras are rolling in. We have a camera in North Hall Cellblock where we are right now. This was the Alamo, the most violent lockup, solitary. This is where the most violent of the inmates were kept and where the most murders occurred when this was lockup.
Oh yeah, this was violent down here.
So, and this is of course where the famous story of Red Snyder, his murder took place, the murder of Danny Lehman, and many, many others took place in this cell block. So it's one of the most haunted places in this prison. And hopefully we can capture something because we've had some crazy experiences in this cell block in the past.
Oh God, yeah.
Now we also have a camera over in New Wall Cell Block. That was mainline population. That's where all the inmates would wake up, go out, have jobs. This is where they would come back and they'd sleep in their cell. It was just like their house, but they had jobs. They'd go to recreation. They were allowed out of their cell. But again, during the riots that we had here, the various riots, many, many inmates lost their lives in that cell block in violent ways. So,
oh yeah,
it's another area where people hear footsteps, see shadows, hear voices. Even today, when we were taking the daytime tour, we were hearing coughing, footsteps, movement from inside New Wall Cell Block.
Oh yeah.
We also have a camera in the cafeteria. It's the newest part of the prison, but it is an area that is pretty active because it actually sits outside on an area where there was a building that was the paint and mattress factory where inmates would actually work. That building was demolished, torn down. Now it's the cafeteria. But there's a lot of history on that prison yard where that cafeteria sits. So we've had many experiences in there in the past as well, and I'm excited to see what it picks up.
Me too. I can't, it's so good to be back here. I can't wait to see what abandonment does for us.
Yep, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go up to the infirmary and psych ward to film for Dawson's channel. So we are not going to be even on this level. We're gonna be on the second floor of basically on the other side of the administration building. So nowhere near this camera, nowhere near the other cameras. So
yeah,
it's a good areas to set up cameras so we're not gonna hear ourselves while we're in the infirmary.
That's right.
You ready to head out?
I'm ready, let's do it.
Let's get this abandonment started.
Let's do it. All right, guys, we are leaving. Enjoy the abandonment.
If you just want to go grab that REM pod. Oh, it just went off.
Yeah. Do you not want us to take the REM pod?
Weird. Yeah. All right, so we have split up to start this investigation, being that there is now 6 of us. We split up in groups of 3, so Dave and Jason and Steve are going to the Sugar Shack, a place where we had some crazy experiences when we investigated here together the very last time we all 4 investigated together here back in 2021. So I'm excited to see what they pick up on down there. But Miranda, Dawson, and I, we're going down to the boiler room where R.D. Wall, a trusted inmate who used to work and take care of the boilers down there, was accused of being a snitch. He was violently murdered down here in this basement. There's a lot of other stories back in the day of inmates being whipped, beaten, and tortured down here. So there's a lot of dark energy, a lot of dark history to this area. It's also one of the darkest places in the prison. No light goes down here. It's completely underground, total darkness when the lights go out. So I'm excited to introduce Dawson to the boiler room.
I'm excited too, Ryan. This being just complete darkness, nothing. The noise contamination is probably extremely low, being that we're underground. There'll be no cars or trains or anything like that. And it's gonna be spooky down there. We won't be able to see nothing. We won't be able to see our hands in front of our faces. Let's go. I'm excited.
Let's do it. You ready?
Oh, I'm ready. I hear that RD, was that his name? RD?
RD.
Likes the ladies, so we'll see if it's true.
We're gonna find out firsthand.
My sacrifice.
Oh, there we go.
Was that me?
Yeah, that was down there.
That was that one. It was like 3rd or 4th one from the right. My right.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Interesting.
Let me actually move this over here.
Good thinking, dude.
Thanks, dude.
Ready?
Yep.
RD! Where are we headed here, Ryan? Straight?
Straight ahead. His living quarters was the back left room.
Okay. RD, we're coming in. Ready? Okay.
Hey, RD, buddy. It's been a long time, man. Go ahead, yeah.
Down here's where I saw the shadow person the first time.
That was during the haunt
Like
wedding.
ever, yeah. It was years ago. I wouldn't even be a tour guide yet.
Okay.
See, it's interesting because you just walked across it, pretty much that same one that went off and didn't even go off.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think it was the 3rd or 4th one.
Yeah, I think it was the 4th. That is weird.
But that camera, at least the far camera, definitely caught that.
All right, guys, so it's me, Steve, and Jason down here. We're in the Sugar Shack. So we're gonna see if we can get anything to happen here in the Sugar Shack. We've had some strange things happen down here in the past. And if you hear it, what just happened?
What?
I just thought I saw like a light go off or something.
I don't think I noticed anything.
Like a ceiling light, you mean?
Yeah, for some reason I thought it was like really, not really bright in here, but I thought there was a light on it and then I thought it went off.
Remember last time we were in here, it kept feeling it getting darker and darker.
Oh, yeah.
And then we went down that long hallway. Unfortunately, that's locked off right now. They don't offer that on normal tours.
Unfortunately.
That's like, it's insane down the other side of this basement.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got that. Let me just actually adjust this so that we can...
Oh!
Wait.
And then the music box. Hello? Oh my God. Step away, please.
Are you kidding me?
Thank you. What's insane is that music box went off for like half a second, and that was going absolutely ballistic. Yeah, we see you.
Hi, RD. My name's Miranda. It's nice to meet you.
We brought a lady down here for you, RD, but you have to be nice to her.
Just to point out that it's not any interference, Ryan.
Yep.
My REM pod's not doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
My phone's on airplane mode, right? Yes.
Yeah, mine is too.
Yep.
Okay. That one's set up back there. I can... Whoa. Oh.
RD, have you remember us? You remember me?
Oh my God.
Wow. My hair is standing up.
Yeah.
We see you, RD. Oh, dude.
Well, thank you.
Oh my God.
I don't know what is happening.
So let me just clarify. That is not the dead battery. Yeah, we know it's not. You're showing us. Did you hear that thump on the concrete?
I did.
I can take that if you want, Ryan.
No, it's okay. I'm just trying to get it to focus because every time I pan down to the REM pod, the bright lights throw the autofocus out.
So, RD, I heard that you like playing with women's hair. You have permission to play with mine. You have permission to touch me. I want to be scared out of this boiler room.
I know how you do it, RD. You have a lot of ladies that come down here and you've played with a bunch of their hair. They come in on a tour and then you just grab their hair, play with it, tussle it.
Can I add? Mm-hmm. RD was actually not that bad of a guy, right?
No, I mean, he was a trusted inmate. He didn't cause trouble, and that's what got him the privilege of working and living down here.
Okay.
So I actually had a lady on my tour one time who, there was a barber shop upstairs where they could come in and they would bring kids, local kids would come in and get their hair cut by inmates because they gave cheap barber, cuts. And so there was a lady who came in to get a haircut when she was a kid. And when she came in to get her hair cut, she remembered vividly that there was an inmate that was by the wheel upstairs and he was handing out candy to the kids when they came in to get their hair cut. And she said to me, I can't remember what his name was. I think he said it was like R something, R. And I said, RD. And she said, that's it. And I said, you have got to be shitting me. He was just spending his day when he wasn't working down here, just helping out the barber and giving out candy to the kids when they came in. And so he was actually a very well-liked inmate.
Hey, RD. Do we know why he was in prison?
There's a lot of speculation on it because he was in here for a long time before, but I do believe it was homicide. But a lot of people said that he was framed, he was falsely accused. Who it was that he killed, I could never get, or who he was convicted of killing. I could never get that information, could never find out that information. But a lot of the guards that worked here and knew him said that they had always been told that he was falsely accused and that he didn't actually do it. So...
Is that true, RD?
RD, man, if they locked you up in here and you didn't do anything, if you were innocent, can you go ahead and either make the music play? Can you make that music play again? Just stand in front of it and that music is going to play.
Alternatively, you seem to like that REM pod. Maybe you could touch that REM pod again. Either one.
I will say this just goes to show that when it was going crazy...
I'm gonna move over here.
That camera's getting that music box, by
Oh,
the way.
it is?
The static is. The static
Okay.
can see it. I adjusted
Thank
it so you can
you.
see it in the corner. Thanks, RD.
Can you stand in front of it for like a long time?
2 seconds, maybe?
Yeah, just stand. If you can get your energy, we're not quite sure how it works, RD, but if you can stand in front of that, it'll play that music. And it's just a way for us to know that you're here. And maybe we'll put a box out that maybe you can talk to us through, like a dictaphone. Capture your voice.
All right, boys. We came down here to try to talk to you guys tonight. I'm sure you recognize the three of us. We've been down here many times. If you recognize us, could you touch one of these bright lights that we've set up down here?
The 3 inmates killed during the 86 riot, I'm forgetting one of their names. You had Atkins, Kent Sly,
Richard Dean.
Richard Dean. I know it wasn't Hall. Hall kept coming to mind, Richard Dean. Richard Dean's body was found down here.
Oh,
after
really?
the riot, yeah. He was already dead. It was reported they had shown signs of advanced rigor mortis.
Oh,
Richard Dean, are you down here? We've seen many things down here. We've seen shadows and strange balls of light. We've heard voices. We've smelled strange things down here.
Shadow figures.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen people working on a house here, like when I first started working here before as a tour guide. They'd work one night, and you wouldn't see them the next night. There's a few nights I had to work the Sugar Shack by myself because like, people kept quitting.
That'd be creepy.
Yeah. That one time Ryan and I were down here, and remember when I said I went over on the old stack over there of like panels, and I just took a break? He said I got up and just paced back behind you, Dave, that area. I don't recall that at all. He said you walked back over there, sat down, laid down like you were, and got back up. And I recall waking up.
That's creepy. I vaguely do remember that.
We saw like shadows darting from like pillar to pillar down here because they had it hooked up with just little orange lights, like fake Edison bulbs. And it was just cloaked with fog, with a fog machine in here. But you'd see movement through this fog, you know, from pillar to pillar.
Oh, yeah.
If you're having a hard time with the music, maybe you move back over here to the red light. And we'll set up a box that you can put your voice on. And it's just a way to, you know how that works, man. It's just a way for us to know that you're here.
We'd love to hear from you. It's horrible what happened. We're very sorry.
If you need to, you can also...
You are kidding me. Thank you,
Thank
RD.
you.
So he wants us to pull out that voice recorder? Is that what we're getting?
Yeah, if you want to, I can take the camera back and you can set up a voice recorder for him.
If you ever get tired, RD, while we're talking to you, you have permission to use my energy as well. Just saying.
Okay, so this is a Sony ST25. We're about to record a burst EVP session. This session will be recorded in the ST setting. The ST setting is the highest quality setting. And I recently caught something that was really cool, and it made me really appreciate this recorder and EVPs in general. So I'm super excited to see if maybe RD will want to have a conversation with us. I'm going to set it on the ground because you should never hold recorders when you're trying to do a session like this. There's too much chance for contamination. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start out, I'll ask a question, we'll wait 10 seconds. Ryan will ask a question, wait 10 seconds. Then Miranda will ask a question, we'll wait 10 seconds, and then we'll completely stop it, and then we'll listen to it. So also, did you see anything touch my hair by chance?
I wasn't paying attention to the top of your head when I was looking at the screen, but I was filming you the whole time.
Okay, we're down in a dusty basement. It's possible it was nothing, but it literally felt like my hair was kind of like a couple strands lifted up.
Man, maybe RD's wanting to play with your hair.
Maybe.
Well, didn't our guide tell us up there that more recently men have been getting... Oh, was that the Sugar Shack she said men were getting groped?
Wow.
Thank you, RD. Yeah, you're figuring it out, man.
He's doing it for the few seconds like we asked.
So not only did he do that when we asked, he's now doing it.
Could you step away real quick, RD?
It would seem.
We appreciate that. Could you step away real quick? Want me to?
Yeah, I can flip it.
I can do it too.
I was gonna say, here, let me just turn this off and back on to make sure it's not a malfunction, RD.
Oh.
Could that have been it recalibrating though?
Usually just recalibrates as soon as you turn it on, but...
That's cool.
We're gonna try to hear your voice now, RD. We would appreciate it if you would do your best to come talk into this gray device that's in my hand. It's gonna be about 1 foot left of the REM pod. If you just can't see it. All right, guys, let's get... Hey, RD, my name is Dawson. Could you let us know if you were the one touching the devices here?
RD, it's been a long time since I've been down here. Do you recognize me? Do you recognize my voice and who I am? Loud noise.
RD, is it you who just made that tapping sound?
Okay, I just want to say before we get started, we heard a loud noise. Ryan gasped, and there was like rock crumbling noise as he pivoted. So when we go to listen, let's try to remember that.
Yes.
That was after Ryan's question. Okay.
If there's anybody down here, could you make a loud sound so we know where you are?
I'm the only one that heard that.
What'd you hear?
Sound like dragging.
Really?
I think I missed it.
The cross-reference on the audio is almost like distant dragging or wrestling.
Hey guys, we're not going to know it's you unless you touch one of these devices with the bright lights on it, because there's some noise coming from upstairs. So unless you make a loud sound right here in our midst, or if you touch one of these lights, these devices, that's the only way we're going to know it's you. Was anybody killed down here during indoor recreation? If so, could you stand close to one of these lights or touch one of the lights? Like I was thinking earlier, this is one of the first places in the prison that I saw a shadow figure. I don't know if you remember me or not, but if that entity or inmate who's the Shadowman that I saw down here years and years ago, would you be willing to come stand here where these lights are out on the floor? Or maybe over there against the wall? There's a red light over there. We'd really appreciate it.
Okay, so nothing vocal on it. It did pick up that knock, whatever that knocking
Yeah,
sound
very
was.
clearly it picked that up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it picked it up really clearly. That was very loud, that knocking noise, whenever that happened. It's a big reason I do EVP sessions, because up until recently, I had never captured what I believe to be a Class A EVP. But the thing is when I did the sessions and when I reviewed the sessions, weird things would happen around me, which is a huge reason I did it. And, there's an idea out there that it's potentially the white noise that does it, which is kind of why I do it. So it's interesting that, hey, do you remember me, is what you said. And we got a clear, bang. Oh!
Interesting.
Oh my God.
He remembers you.
What?
That's all the way.
That's someone grabbing the antenna.
Mm-hmm.
And again, guys, mine's over there not doing anything.
RD, you're the man.
Holy cow. We appreciate you, RD.
All right, I got a question for you, RD. Is Ryan your favorite tour guide, or was he your favorite tour guide?
We can't make him choose favorites now.
Yeah, we can.
Was he a good one? I guess we should say maybe.
If you enjoyed when I would come down here and hang out with you, and I came down here and I helped, remember when the pole got knocked out and the floor started to sag, and I came down here with a couple of guys and we jacked the floor back up, put a new pole in here for you.
Did you hear that walking?
Wow.
What is going on?
I don't know. We've never had this much REM pod activity since we got these.
Yeah.
These are new REM pods too, so it's not like they're overused. This is only the second investigation we've used them on, and they did not do this. There was only one time that they went off when we were at the last investigation we did.
And again, I'm sounding like a broken record. Back there is my REM pod. If there was any sort of radio signal that was interfering, that would also go off. It is not too far away, not to mention we are completely underground and no signals should reach down here effectively.
Yeah. Let me see. Can I see that recorder again if we do one more?
Yeah, let's do another.
I want to set it over here this time because we used to always get activity in this corner.
Looks like he's a fan of the placement.
Thank you, RD. Are you going to talk to us this time?
So let me give you just a little run through, RD, because I know you've probably had people do this before, but I want to make sure you know what you're doing. When we turn this on, I'm going to hit the record button. I'm going to set it down. It's just a dictaphone. If you sit over here on this little concrete ledge here, as close as you can to the red light, and speak as loudly as you can, answering whatever questions we ask, we should be able to hear your voice.
You want to set it on the case here, Ryan? Sorry, I should have gave it to you.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't know you. There we go. All right, I'm putting it down here, RD. Rolling second EVP boiler room, walking away. All right, RD. Let me start by asking you this. In all the time that you lived down here, was there another basement on the other side of this wall right here that no one can get to anymore?
RD, can you give us a name of one of your attackers, please?
Okay, Miranda's going to ask a question now.
Can you tell us the name of the person you were convicted, whether it was rightfully or wrongfully, convicted of murdering?
Walking. Ending. All right, before we review this, RD, I'm going to ask you to touch that red light again, because I don't think Dawson asked a question, and I want to answer him, because I want to go ahead and see if maybe you put that name on here, and I want to say it out loud before we listen so we can actually compare. Yeah.
Ryan, this is absolutely crazy.
Okay, step back, and I'll ask you to touch it again, RD. That way you can answer the question yes. If the answer is yes, you can touch that. We all know who it was that killed you, because you were buddies with him. At least you thought you were buddies with him. His name was Charlie, right? Charlie Plants? Was it Charlie that did this? That's what I heard.
Well, he had his ex-lover, and they broke up. He kept trying to get Charlie back, but Charlie didn't want nothing to do to him, so him and his new lover, Billy, went down into the basement and they butchered him.
So this is intelligent, Ryan. This isn't a cup. Oh my goodness. Those are two separate devices. That's an ultrasonic sensor. This is a junior theremin. They don't go off to the same thing at all. There's no reason they should be going off together.
No reason at all.
Thank you, RD. We really appreciate this.
All right, now we're going to listen back and see if you put your voice on this, RD.
Come on, boys. We're gonna ask the warden for some extra staffing down in here. 8 more guards. We're gonna have 8 guards stationed in here. And it's not gonna be fun time down here anymore. But if you don't want us to do that, can you touch one of these bright lights? We just want to know if there's anybody still down in here. Maybe if we could do something for you, could we bring you something? Thought about maybe covering up all these paintings down here with just white paint. What do you guys think of that? No more artwork allowed.
I thought I heard something, but it was just my ears.
So I wanted to say the REM pod went off a little bit, then there was a noise, and I watched your face, and then the REM pod started going crazy. That was
yours in the corner.
Yeah.
What?
Yours just went off in the back corner.
So I just wanted to point out on camera that... What? Okay, this is insane.
What is happening?
I don't...
Because like we said so many times, if this was interference from some radio down here, some radio frequency, they both would be going off at the same time.
Can that camera see it?
It can see this one, yeah.
Okay. So I just wanted to say that noise that was in between the REM pod going crazy on the recorder, that was me. I accidentally, just out of pure reaction, was like... So I saw your face move a little whenever that noise came, so...
We're getting a drop in temperature on your REM pod in the back corner, too.
Ooh.
It was raising, remember, on the 3rd floor. That was the first thing we got up there.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully that means something extra.
This doesn't make any sense, guys.
No.
Thank you, RD. Could you step away?
Just go ahead and step back and let it be quiet for a little bit, RD. I know you're excited to talk to us again. I'm going to step away from it. Maybe you'll follow me over here, man. Just come on over here. I appreciate it, RD. It means a lot that you'd come out and welcome me back, and give me the warm welcome. I know down here a couple years ago, I spent a lot of time down here alone. They locked me in here. You remember that? I am officially alone inside the boiler room, or the hole as it's called. And we're gonna see what we can do. And I tell you what, we're going to walk out of the room for a second, and I want to show Dawson where you used to work, all right? Show him where the boilers were. You can come with us. Or you can stay in here.
Dude, did you hear that?
No, I didn't. What'd you
I
hear?
just took my...
Okay,
Yeah, I took my hand out. Because I was going to say, does that just continually
I
go
probably
off?
should go reset it, although it's weird because it really should be... It should be making noise, that blue light back there. Do you want to take this real quick while I go reset it? As I say that, it starts making noise. That's interesting.
That has been the entire time y'all were talking.
So what
I
it
have
does,
been watching that.
What it does is it'll actually do that. It'll light up like that. It'll flash the light. But then when it gets to the point to where it has reached a strong enough temperature difference for it to trigger, then it'll start beeping.
It's 8 degrees, isn't it, Ryan?
Yeah,
I believe
something
it's
like
plus minus 8 degrees. The blue means minus. The red means plus, correct?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yep, but it'll flash as the temperature is changing. But it won't beep until it gets to that point.
Well, it was flashing the entire time you were talking.
RD, thank you.
And you know what's wild, RD? Thank you, man. Can I tell you what's wild? You know, all this time that I have spent down here in this boiler room, I have never had a REM pod go off this much. In the 14 years that I worked here, I can count on one hand the number of times I've had a REM pod go off down here. And you were making that thing go crazy tonight, and I really appreciate it, man. And that also, too, just goes to show you that, like, in all my experiences of investigating this prison, we would get the least equipment interaction down here.
Really? Mm-hmm. I would like to say, this is a little off topic, but I would like to say I've been kind of analyzing the... Was that you again?
Yes, sorry.
I've been kind of analyzing the way the REM pod has been doing things to see if there's a pattern to it. And there isn't.
No.
Are we going to go check out where you work? Is that okay? You going to come with us? If you're going to stay here, make that REM pod go off again, please. We'll be right back. If you're going to come with us, could you make it go off?
Well, you're more than welcome to do either, RD. We're going to step in front of the music box ourselves, so don't be alarmed.
You need a light, Ryan?
No. Do you need a light?
I think so.
Wait, let me walk backwards here and get you feeling your way through the darkness.
Oh, okay. Okay, I can. My green light's flashing. I'm cheating a little. I can see these two poles here. You're about to run into a fence?
I see it.
Where are we going?
We're going to go right through.
Oh. He came with us.
Following.
He came with us. He came with us.
Hell yeah, RD.
RD, you're the man.
Yeah.
I hope that you are wrongfully convicted.
Yeah.
Well, that's a weird way to say it, but hopefully you know what I mean.
Yes, you're saying he seems too nice to be a convict.
Yeah.
An idea. We can let this camera, the static cam, run. Leave a couple of these things down here, and then we all three can take the handout and do a little of that through New Wall.
We could, yeah.
Gotta cover 2 areas.
Right.
Double the footage. But,
oh.
Hello?
Interesting.
Is that what you want? You want us to leave? Who made that light up like that? Could could one of you guys hold this and we could do a quick EVP?
Yeah, like a burst.
Oh God, either door. Sorry. Cool. All right, this is Dave, Ryan, Jason, EVP session.
What? Dave, Ryan, and Jason.
Or Dave, Steve, and Jason. Sorry, it's been a while since we've had Steve.
It has been a while.
That's right. It's overdue.
I'm going to go ahead and set this down, and then we're all going to be still and quiet and ask some questions to you guys in here. All right, we are still. Guys, if you can hear me, I just set down a voice recorder on the ground with a little red light. Could you walk up to that and tell us if you're guilty or innocent? Steve has seen a shadow down here before. Do you remember Steve?
Guys, we'd like to hear from you. Sure wouldn't want the COs to hear about the stuff that you're ditching and leaving behind in here, you know?
If there were any, who was a decent corrections officer? Is there a particular one that treated you guys with respect?
Were you harmed down here in the sugar shack? Did somebody hurt you?
Can you tell us what you call this room?
Did you move your feet or anything?
I'm perfectly still.
I went like this with my fingers.
No, I heard out of my left ear, and it sounded like like a shoe stepped softly down.
Really?
On the floor. But it wasn't on the ground though. Just kind of just the sound was just kind of there.
Do you think it was up above?
Hopefully not. I can't say yay or nay on that.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to listen to this back. If I can learn how to turn on a flashlight. Need a flashlight to turn on my flashlight. Oh! Oh! Oh, that was bright. All right, here we go.
I'm seeing a pole here. I'm going to touch it.
Yep.
Okay. How deep am I going?
I mean, you're in about the center of the room right now.
Okay.
But there were also stories down here of, in the early years before they turned this into a boiler room, this was called the hole. So they would lock inmates up down here for days, weeks, months at a time, nothing but a bucket to use the restroom in. They'd leave them down here. A lot of inmate recollections, firsthand testimony said that they'd be left down here in total darkness, just like we are right now. They'd wake up to rats crawling on them and nibbling at their toes, and sometimes they would throw buckets of cold water on them if they were severely being punished down here, just so they would shiver and freeze. And it was a really nasty place.
Well, I'm willing to bet that during the summer, this was 130 degrees with, even though during the summer, that boiler's still going.
Mm-hmm.
It's extremely hot in here. You're here in early August, scorching. It would be horrendous. You would be literally passing out frequently, weak, can't move.
With the boilers on, yes. Now, when it was the hole, it stays about 55 degrees down here year round.
Which probably gets pretty cold if you're not moving.
Mm-hmm, because you're underground, so.
Is that a chair?
Yeah, there's a chair over there.
Okay.
Notice how,
Hold on. Artie, if you followed us in here, you think you could knock on that door right there? Do your best. Here, copy me, please. He's been doing a lot of device activity. If we are to truly believe that that was already talking to us, he's been doing a lot of device activity, but not so much banging on things.
Besides that one knock when I...
Yeah. So it makes me wonder if like maybe he's trying, but maybe he's not able at the moment.
Sorry, I'm just kind of tuning in because I noticed that you think we'd be able to hear the REM pod from here if it was still going off. And we're not. I have not heard the REM pod since we left that room.
And the music box went off as if, you know, he either went to the doorway or maybe he did come with us, but we don't have any equipment here for him to interact.
If you guys hear anything, let me know, because I'm like half deaf, so. Whoa.
Try that again, what you just did.
Okay. Sorry, hold on. That was a lot of them.
I think they all went out almost simultaneously.
Yeah.
With my fingers. I heard that my left ear. It sounded like a step soft now.
I thought maybe I might have heard something at one point, but I didn't hear it again.
It might be easier when you get it all cleaned out.
Yeah.
Yes, it's crazy quiet down here.
It is.
Which is strange.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Although the tripwire has randomly been going off, which is weird.
Yeah.
Can you guys see this orange light right here? If you can you try to kick that thing over? Knock it over?
How about this, RD? I want to see if with us being in this other room, maybe you can make that light go off again. So can you go back into your room, into your living quarters, and maybe you can go over there and make the music play again, or make that red light change colors and go crazy again, now that we're in here.
If you do, we'll follow you.
It's so dead quiet down here. I do think we would hear it. I mean, I guess when you review the footage, you'll have the final answer with that static camera, but it's so quiet that I imagine we would hear it, because that thing's pretty loud.
For sure. You can hear my shoes squeaking so loud.
Are we heading out of here, Ryan?
Yeah, it seems like this room's pretty quiet.
Can you do that again right now? If that was you? You remember a lady who used to work here by the name of Lori? What about C.O. Gent? Wow. That's what his title would have been, right?
Yes, CEO.
That was cool.
Do you know of a CO here? She's a lieutenant, an LT Gray, Maggie Gray.
What about CO Davis? Pat Davis. I was told he was one of the hostages in the '86 riot. Is that true?
What about Glasscock? Or maybe we'll have Paul Kirby come down. All right, well, let's circle back around. Did you like CO Gent? If you did, can you light these up again if you liked Gent? What was that?
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like Gent too. Can you really show us that it's you answering us? If you did like CO Gent, can you touch the orange and green light? Or the red light over against the wall back there? That would let us know.
Now, we for sure will be able to hear you if you set it off now, RD. And the fact that it has stopped going off
makes me truly believe that what that was not something natural or some sort of problem with the REM pod.
Right. All right, we're going to come back in there, RD. There's a lot of other rooms to see down here, but yours seems to be the most exciting.
Sorry guys, I can't see anything. I'm like feeling around. I can't see. I'm trying to get you guys in frame. All you see on your screen is like my hand in the corner just reaching out for stuff.
That's funny.
Did you go back in there, RD?
You leading the way?
I'm coming in. Has your REM pod always been purple? Oh no, it's the blue light on.
The blue light went off again.
It's actually on constantly right now.
That's what it was doing before.
Do you see how it...
Yeah, it's kind of mixing with the red making purple.
Yeah. Freaked me out for a second. I was like, why is the light on the REM pod purple back there?
If you guys would like for us to just leave and leave you alone, we will. But if you could let us know by touching one of these bright lights, we'll pack up all of our stuff and we'll leave. Okay. One more time just to confirm.
May take him a while to build up the energy too.
Oh, well.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
A deal is a deal.
Yes.
So.
Look at the bag.
I was just about to ask you guys what your thoughts were on Warden Bordenkircher. I heard y'all loved him, but I guess we'll head on out.
Yeah. I loved Bordenkircher. Good friend of mine.
Hey.
Pretty square shooter, if you ask me.
Oh, yeah. All right, guys. So, kind of an odd session. We weren't really having anything happen other than the tripwire. And then the tripwire went off on command when we asked if they wanted us to leave. And then I asked it confirm, and it did it again. And we're going to keep to our word. We're going to pack up our stuff, and we're going to leave the inmates to their space down here.
I tell you what, that was pretty interesting.
That was really crazy, dude.
And I don't want to say that maybe RD remembered me. I mean, I did spend 14 years, almost every single day of those 14 years, at least 4 to 5 days a week for that amount of time here in this building, giving tours, investigating. So, I mean, and it has been almost 2 years since I've stepped foot in this place. So maybe RD was just coming out to say hello, and then he just kind of
excited that you're back.
Excited that we're back and investigating, and then maybe he just kind of left once he made himself known. Set the REM pod off a little bit. So I don't know, it was weird, Like we always say, REM pod activity in and of itself doesn't necessarily mean paranormal activity, but it was strange on how responsive the REM pod was.
On multiple devices, 3 different devices.
3 different devices between the music box, the REM pod, and the other REM pod. I mean, they were all going off at separate times, and like Dawson said, in an unpredictable manner. It's not like there was a specific pattern of frequency, like it was a radio frequency or there was some interference setting it off.
It's probably, honestly, top 5, if not higher, of all time, multiple device activity in one investigation that I've ever had, where it's just multiple devices are responding intelligently nearly the entire time.
Absolutely, and that's when Dawson talks about that, he's talking about we did an investigation, a session for his channel up in the medical ward, the psych unit, and the infirmary. So if you want to see us investigate up there on his channel, make sure you go over and subscribe to Dawson's channel. The link is down below in the description. You can go and watch his video and see all the cool activity that he had with Miranda and Dave in the psych unit by the cells, because it was, from what they told me, it was creepy.
It was pretty crazy, guys, and I'm not just saying that to get you guys to come over to my channel. It was really cool. She was there. She could tell you it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was
awesome. It's been a good night.
Yeah.
And the good night continues. Let's move into the next session.
Let's go.
Let's do it. As we move on to the other areas of the prison to investigate for Dawson's channel, Steve has to call it a night. It was so good to get to investigate, film, and hang out with Steve in the place where we all met and where we built our friendship. And as we've mentioned multiple times on this channel, Steve has had a rough couple of years, and he's experienced some serious medical issues that has put him in a tough spot. As of the release of this video, he has a GoFundMe that's active to help him with his unexpected medical bills and for the storage fees accumulated from his museum artifacts while these ongoing health issues persist. It's linked down below in the description, and if anyone watching would like to help Steve in these difficult times, we'd greatly appreciate it. But as Steve departs, we move on with the investigation. Jason and Dawson go to investigate North Hall cell block, while Miranda, Dave, and I investigate New Wall cell block, all for Dawson's channel. Then, Dawson, Miranda, and I venture down to the Sugar Shack while Dave and Jason were supposed to be going to the administration building. But before they could make it there, they're stopped in their tracks in the Shadowman hallway by what they describe as a dark and overpowering energy.
There was just a light down there on the floor.
Really?
There was a light down there on the floor, man. I swear to God. Oh, we got the camera angles down there too. Lord, I hope we caught that. It was like a small little ball of white light rolling on the floor.
Their whole experience can be seen on Dawson's channel. And when Dawson, Miranda, and I finish our investigation of the Sugar Shack, we go to find Jason and Dave. And when we do, there's no doubt in our minds that we need to keep investigating in this Shadowman hallway. All right, guys, so we are just getting started here. We have been investigating for Dawson's channel, and we only have 50 minutes left in the night, and that's it here at the West Virginia Penitentiary. But they had some crazy stuff happen on Dawson's channel. With Jason and Dave have been here in the Shadowman hallway where the famous Shadowman picture was captured. Caught some crazy stuff. Now, we're going to continue on because there's activity here still. I'm going to go down alone to Red Cell because they had some wild stuff happen down there when Jason and Dawson were down there not long ago. So I'm gonna go down there and see if anything can be captured or if I can antagonize anything to come down here and keep this high energy going. There was some wild stuff going on here in this Shadowman hallway where Dave's mom captured the Shadowman picture back in 2004. It all started with Dawson and Jason's session down in North Hall at Red Cell. So I'm gonna go down there myself and see if I can maybe pick up some of the energy and see if I can have anything happen. And Jason, do you have an extra shank I can take with me?
Not an extra one with me, but you can just have the one I've got with me if you want.
Okay.
I mean, I've been carrying it like an inmate, if you don't mind.
Ryan, I don't mean to sound dramatic, but I don't know if Jason told you anything, genuinely, be careful.
Yeah.
We royally pissed them off, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
So
that's the goal. Let's go ahead. All right. I'll let you, hopefully when I start, I'll get something and maybe you'll get something too.
Okay, so just so we know what time are we gonna wrap this up so we have time to pack?
We're gonna have to wrap it up. I'm saying we're probably only gonna have 30 minutes.
Okay.
So like 35 minutes by like
15 till?
Yeah, by like 20 to at the latest quarter till I'll start heading back.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So, like Ryan just said, he's heading down to North Hall. I don't know what you guys conjured up down there, but I'm telling Dawson, I don't know how to. It's like in this doorway. I don't feel it now.
No, not near as, no, I know. It was just where that's the only opening, it was coming through there.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was necessarily standing in the doorway, but it's funneled out through there.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Intense negativity.
Yeah.
I mean, very, very dark.
And as you guys know, North Hall is one of the most violent cell blocks in this penitentiary. We haven't gotten to do any cell blocks because we've only gotten to do 2 areas here tonight. We wanted to get Dawson the best experience here. So we filmed a lot for Dawson's channel, and now we're gonna be moving on down and hopefully finishing the night off strong with some activity in North Hall.
Are you still here with us?
All right. I'm coming in.
I don't know who was upset, who was standing there and upset, but Ryan is going down to Red's cell. Maybe it was Red.
Who knows?
Okay. Well, there's strong energy in here. For those of you that have never been to North Hall, it is 4 tiers, but it's caged in. This was like lockup, maximum security. The worst of the worst. What the f***? Hello? Is there someone up there? Slam a door. I'm coming into your house. Going down to Red's cell so I can set up this REM pod with this shank. I keep hearing stuff behind me.
Yeah, I mean, what we got at the very end of that session, me and Jason, could be Red.
Mm-hmm.
Red? Are you here? Can you touch one of these bright lights if you're here, Red? I'm a little bit freaked out for Ryan because I don't feel anything.
That's why when I said it, I purposely said, hey, I'm not just trying to be dramatic. Based on the way you guys were talking, and then he's like, I'm going down there by myself. I immediately was like, be careful.
Yeah.
Because based on how you guys were talking and your thought process was potentially it was what me and Jason had done, and he's just going to go down there. It's like I'm genuinely worried.
Yeah.
All right, Red. I'm coming in. Okay, turn this on. Okay. Oh, look at that. We have a loose cigarette. Let me just take that. It's mine now, Red. What are you going to do about it? You know, Jason and Dawson came down here and they said they might have royally pissed you off. And I know there was a lot of guys in here that had a lot of respect for you, Red, but I just can't get behind anyone who's a racist piece of shit. I don't know who the f*** you think you are. You know, I've been in here a lot, Red, and I used to be in here every single day. I heard all the stories. Stories I couldn't tell on tour. Things that happened. The way that you would just impose your will on other inmates. It's no wonder Rusty couldn't bear to be your friend anymore.
Where did you go? You made Jason and I feel threatened down here. But as soon as these folks came down here, you left. I don't know if that was one of the ladies.
Yeah, something changed down there.
Well, I saw something walk by the window down there.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if that was...
That would have been captured, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if it was on our side or... Because that's... Well, no, that's the money office.
Mm-hmm.
So that wouldn't have been them?
Well, it is after 4.
I can say they were outside. When I went and got a new microphone, they were outside.
Okay.
They may have put the till back into the safe. That is a possibility.
Oh, just trying to wrap up.
I have to definitely watch that footage back. Do you guys?
Yeah,
I just saw
that's one of them.
Yeah, it is. It's them.
Okay. Yeah, they put the till in the safe.
You got to take a long, hard look at yourself, Red. Are you even here listening to me? I'm gonna put your cigarette right up here. It's not in your cell anymore, I tell you that much. EVP session, Red cell, placing on his bunk. All right, is there anybody here, any convicts that want to come out and talk? No rec time today, you're on lockdown. You know, years ago we were in here and we heard someone slam a door somewhere upstairs. What was that? That was me saying, what was that? Walking. Who am I hearing walking around up there?
Should we take a walk into the cafeteria?
You think?
We could.
I'm down.
I mean...
Who do you want to lead the way? I got the camera.
Because whatever... Let's see.
Is that possible it was you?
No.
Interesting.
If you don't want us to come into the cafeteria, can you light those up?
That sounded like a rock or ball, like something real, like being tossed down the hallway.
Are you coming back out?
What?
I heard something from in there.
What'd you hear?
It's like it's on both ends of us.
Movement.
This is...
What the f***?
What?
I don't know if I'm freaking out, but I swear I just caught a head peeking around the f***ing corner.
What?
I was looking at her and then I looked at the screen, and it's very possible that my eyes were playing tricks, but I literally thought I saw something black pop about right here, about the middle hinge, but from this side, like just like boop boop.
I analyzed this footage intensely, but I just can't see what Dawson described. It is possible that his eyes were playing tricks on him as they adjusted to the brightness of the LCD screen on the camera. Or maybe he saw it in the moment and it just wasn't captured on camera. But either way, this footage didn't capture what he described.
That's freaky.
But when we're in night vision and stuff, our eyes really can play tricks when we go from looking regular and there's a little bit of light going on and then go into a screen. So I just want to kind of throw that out there. But sure. I did feel like I saw something like on the screen. I was watching it on the camera, pop its head out and back in.
And I just thought, sorry, I also thought I heard something down there, but I saw a light down there and then the light just like turned off. Oh, is it a reflection? It's probably a reflection if I saw it again.
Okay, let's go in there.
Yeah.
Let's go.
There shouldn't be any lights on back here. No. Don't step on this.
I think it's a reflection of my, yeah.
We are coming in.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
It feels different in here.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Holy, I'm like out of breath. Like it, like. Mm-hmm. You in here?
I'm gonna wait to review these. I feel like I'm missing stuff out here. All right, I got this, whatever the hell this is right here. I don't know who made this. It's not very creative, I don't think. Looks like a screwdriver. Does anybody want to come and take this off of me? I keep hearing something over here. Anybody in here? Maybe it's not the inmates that got fired up down here. Maybe it was something that Mr. Kenny here brought forth. I hear Kenny used to sit in this cell and try and summon the devil. So where is he? Is that who the Shadowman is? Is that why years ago Jason saw a shadow walk out of this cell right here? And Paulie caught a shadow down in that doorway where they are now? Hello? I came down here ready for a fight, thinking somebody was going to want to take me on. So far, nothing. Not a thing, not a peep, except for a couple of sounds way far off. Is that all you got? The baddest convicts in America, all they can do is make a couple of weird faint footsteps, knocking sounds really far off.
Man, that kitchen.
What, Dave?
I just saw people walking back there.
Actually?
Yeah.
Damn, dude, I had a
just gonna
freaking
say,
camera pointed.
Did you see it?
That kitchen is thick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because I saw it. I turned and looked at you guys. Nobody was moving. I turned and looked back again, and I saw it again.
Should we go in? Are we allowed?
Are we allowed on night tours now?
We can. We just have to go in through that right-hand door.
That's insane.
Lord, I don't.
That really
oh,
makes me
Jesus.
wonder if what I saw actually happened and it wasn't a trick. I'm not going to go ahead and say that it wasn't a trick of my eyes, but me seeing maybe that head peeking around the corner potentially, and then you're seeing someone walk around back there, that is wild.
Yeah, it was tall, too. I'm going to say like 4 inches down from the header of the windows.
Okay, so we can compare that actually when we walk up here.
I don't. This isn't as strong as it was in the hallway.
No, but it's still not good.
No.
Okay, you want to take this real quick and kind of shine to show I'm a regular sized person?
Yeah.
Compare it to,
Down, right there, right where the tip of your fingers are.
That's a tall
Yeah.
that's
individual.
that's what,
thing.
7 foot at least?
Over 6.
I mean, I'm 6'5", so.
You're 6'5"?
No.
I was gonna say.
The Mel meter went off, guys.
Was it the Mel?
Where is the Mel?
Yeah. The Mel meter, I'm sorry, I'm not used to that tripwire having sound, so it could have been either one.
Okay.
Are you following us in here? Are you trying to trap us?
I feel like we're being lured into this kitchen.
Well, kind of, but I'm also wondering if it's trying to distract us to look away from the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
We're going in unless you're going to show us a sign right now not to.
If you don't want us in that kitchen, make a loud sound back there.
Knock on the window behind me.
Dude.
Come on.
You want me to take that from you, Dave?
If you don't mind. Well, let me ask this again.
Excuse me.
Is this the presence of who they call the Shadowman that we're feeling? What the hell?
Who's down here?
What the
Hello? I'm hearing loud movement down here. Who's down here at the tables? Come on, let me hear you. I'm coming to find you. You know, I don't think Danny Lehman got what he deserved. I think that man was just trying to make this place better for all of you. And then 11 months later, you go and you stab him in the back. I'm not one to get into the politics of this place. But that's something that never made sense to me. Everything he did to get you guys out of the maggot hole of a cafeteria you had before, he gets you a brand new one, and you kill him. right before his new cafeteria that he worked hard to get opens. He never even got to see it or eat in it.
Well, Steve also mentioned earlier when we were just setting up for the abandonment session for you guys that the only place he had ever smelled full-on sulfur, which he's a very Christian man, and he believes that to be, something negative. He said it was in here, correct?
In the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Really? And then we're kind of getting sent back there because you're seeing people.
Yeah. Yeah, it was this window right behind Jason. I think we should go back.
Yeah, let's do it.
You want to go this end or this end?
We have to go this end.
Okay.
I'm going to shine my light a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. Because I just can't see. I don't want to run into anything. If you don't want us in there at any point as we're walking up, you freaking throw a pan or something. Be real loud.
Before, mainly Miranda and Dawson, before we go in here, just keep an eye on where you're walking. There's a lot of tripping hazards in here.
Okay.
Now see, right over here on the back side of this wall is where we were that one time with the guy who was wearing a cross necklace, and he started feeling a burning sensation. He pulled his shirt down and lifted his necklace off, and there was a burned imprint of the cross in his chest. That was right over here.
Oh, man.
Did you get a picture of that?
Oh, that was 15 years ago.
Oh.
Or more.
Hello?
Strangely, I don't feel anything in here.
Nope.
Yeah, it's too strange.
No, I did it when we first walked in. I did feel it, and it was just immediately gone. Like once I passed this doorway here.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd you say, Jason?
I was going to agree. I was going to say, strangely, I feel the same.
Interesting. Which makes me feel like we're being led in circles.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Maybe intentionally to get us far away from Ryan.
Maybe.
Why do you keep making noises every time I turn around? What the f*** is happening? It's like every time I walk back down this way, there's like these knocking sounds down here.
That energy that we were feeling. Oh, shit.
There's a chair there.
I was feeling it over here.
Okay.
What was that? Was that you?
It was over on
That wasn't you?
No.
Dude, that sounded like somebody was full on like...
It's over on the north side of the room.
What's over here?
It's over there. We need to see your light.
What the f***?
It's not a raccoon, is it, Jason? You want to light it up?
I don't see any animals here on the night vision.
What was that?
That is crazy.
I can't see you, but I can feel you. Jason, what could that have even been?
I don't know. That was a very strange sound.
It also got closer to us.
Oh, yeah.
At least I originally heard it a little bit further over there, and then that second time I heard it, which I think was after you had demonstrated what it sounded like.
Yeah, it was. It was like almost right after.
Yeah, and then it went
Yeah.
very close to us.
That's what I'm hearing is like shoes scraping the concrete.
Which, what is weird, the only other time that I can stand here and say that I actually recall hearing that type of noise in here was the very first night I was in here.
Ever?
Yes.
Oh.
That's really weird.
And it was right over in the same spot over here.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Take us to the spot.
Oh, I just got chills.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Red, I'm coming in. I might have been a bit harsh on you, man. Try some good cop, bad cop. All right, man. Maybe you just don't like me as much as you like Jason. That was me. Wait for it to settle. Okay. I put your weapon back down there, the one that I had. And I tell you what, I'll even give you your cigarette back. How about that? Maybe you made everything stop because I took your cigarette. I don't have to be the one to tell you that you did some pretty horrific things in here. I'm sure you realize that. I'm sure you realize you did horrific things to be sent here. I mean, you killed 2 people, Red. No matter what they did, I know you felt like they hurt your sister. What did Willie Hale do? What did Spider do? All the people you left in your wake in this place, what was it for? A power struggle? If you're here and listening to me, can you touch that red light?
And by the way, I had you guys on camera whenever we heard those first 2, so, you know, you'll be able to showcase that it wasn't you.
Okay.
I just didn't see it.
I was feeling it over here.
Okay.
What was that? Was that you?
It was over on
That wasn't you?
No.
Dude, that sounded like somebody was full on like...
It's over on the north side of the room.
What's over here?
It's over there. We need to see your light.
What the f?
It's not a raccoon, is it, Jason? You want to light it up?
I don't see any animals here on the night vision.
The first time, it was right in here and it was coming our direction.
What happened? You...
Make them all go off like you did before. More.
Unfortunately, guys, there is no camera pointed that way, and we were over there, so you're just gonna have to listen to the audio and understand our description.
It's like every time we walk away from that area.
Yeah, it's like it's doing it on purpose as soon as we get away from it.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That was my stomach.
Oh. Crazy how a stomach can sound like a hollow knock.
Yeah.
When you're in an echoey area.
Oh, it's playing games.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as we're not paying attention, are you kidding me?
Light them all up. We know you can do it.
Dave, where are you?
Right here.
There's right here. Okay.
I don't know. Are you guys? I feel kind of like something's enclosing.
Dude, I was just about to say, when you were like, I feel, in my head, I was like, okay, when he's done, I'm going to tell him. I feel like we're being like what, you know how the dogs will like take all the sheep and
it.
round them up and then put them into like through the little fence thing, and it runs them into like a little open area. That's how I was feeling, and then you kind of just said the same thing.
Well, yeah, like we're being herded or something. Does anybody have a voice recorder?
No.
You know what, dude? We could just use my phone voice memo.
Okay.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah.
Got less than 10 minutes until we have to pack up and leave, so I'm gonna go ahead. Well, Red, I got less than 10 minutes until we have to be packed up and leaving. We have to start packing up to leave. It's almost 5 o'clock in the morning. Maybe Jason and Dawson just caught you at a better time. I'm gonna go ahead and take that back. But you're more than welcome to try and follow me out of here, follow me back down there. Maybe you're in that hallway with them and that's why you haven't said a damn thing to me.
All right, we have an item that's laying in the middle of the floor there that can record your voice. I want you to walk up to that thing and tell us, are you leading us on like a wild goose chase to try and find you? Was that you that just made that light up?
Are you the Shadowman? Answer the question into that light that is on the ground there.
Whoever you are, I'm not afraid of you in the slightest. Does that make you mad?
We know that you exist in many forms. Show yourself.
Gonna end it. Okay, so first of all, that rope went off like crazy. I think just personally, based on what you guys have been telling me and what I've experienced since I've been down here with you, it's very responsive to Dave, which is it's always an interesting thing. But that was crazy.
Yeah, that was loud.
Do you want to listen to it here? It's 1:53.
Yeah.
Guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cafeteria?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're listening to an EVP session if you want to come listen.
Okay.
It's just on my phone, though. We didn't have a recorder. Ready? Are you the Shadowman? Answer the question into that light that is on the ground there.
Yeah, Ryan, if you want to throw stationary on that.
I'm not
Yeah.
afraid of you in the slightest. Does that make you mad?
Okay.
We know that you exist in many forms. Show yourself. Okay, so unfortunately, I do think Apple definitely added some sort of voice isolation to that. just naturally. I should have used the Ghost Chatter app EVP thing, but I was just trying to kind of in a hurry, like let's hurry up and do one. But you know, we can mess with the audio and see if anything came of that, but I personally did not hear anything.
Yeah, we have to start packing down here, unfortunately. We have 15 minutes left before we have to be out of the West Virginia Penitentiary tonight. We got some packing down to do. We got to get all the equipment packed up and in the car. So, but yeah, make sure you guys, if you enjoyed this video and some of the interaction that we had, because we had some creepy stuff tonight. Remember, if you watch our episode on our channel, you're only getting a small portion of the entire night's investigation. You have to go over to Dawson's channel, which will be linked. That's all of them again.
Oh shit. That's what it was doing earlier, man.
Was it yellow?
You have a camera pointed down there, Ryan?
Yeah, I have the camera. It's on the floor, but you should be able to see it.
Step away.
Come on in here. If you're the Shadowman, can you step back away from that? I've never seen a tripwire do that.
Me either.
That is exactly what it was doing.
It is literally lighting up
Do you
like
guys think if I walk up to it, it'll stop?
It didn't last time, but you can try.
Watch out for the black box.
Whoa.
It's almost as if, you know, we're
That's
saying
crazy.
we're leaving and we got to go out that way.
Yeah.
Normally when the tripwire is getting ready, like the batteries are low, it just stops working.
Well, and like David said earlier, we considered that, but the thing was there's been a decent amount of time elapsed since then.
Right.
You know, so.
It's been about 45 minutes since that happened the first time.
Yeah.
So if it was a battery indicator, you think it would have just stopped or died, you know? The battery would have just gone dead. Oh. I think he's gonna go reset it. Did you have to reset it last time? So yeah, like I said, you do not get the full story on our channel. You have to go over to Dawson's channel and watch his video so that you can figure out everything that happened tonight. Dawson had some absolutely wild stuff happen when we were investigating for his channel. So we want to thank him first and foremost for inviting us to come out here and introduce him to the West Virginia Penitentiary and everything that it has to offer. And we hope that it's not the last time that he gets to experience this place, because as we told him, it draws you in. It makes you want to come back again and again and again. So thank you to Dawson. Thank you to, of course, Jason and Miranda. And thank you, of course, to Mr. Stephen Hummel for coming out, even though he's not here right now. Steve had to leave, but he was here for the first couple sessions, and we had a lot of fun investigating with him again. So make sure you leave us a comment down below letting us know what you thought of this investigation.
Yeah.
Any final words, guys? Lady?
What a night.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say. What a night. It's been a pretty crazy night. Thankfully for the both of us, really, no one side got like, you know, all of the action. It was a pretty crazy night.
Yeah.
You know, if I do say so myself. And it was a lot of fun. So,
The West Virginia. Oh, sorry.
No, that's it.
Just say the West Virginia Penitentiary will make you a believer. So, yeah. That's all
Never
I've got.
fails. It's just amazing.
It is. Hit him with the ending there, Jason.
You know what to do. If you enjoyed this episode, comment, like, share with your friends and family, subscribe, and hit the bell notifications. We'll see you next time.
On the next adventure, the next location on our
Paranormal Quest.
The opera wasn't necessary. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, if you enjoyed that episode, maybe click on one of these other videos and watch some more. If you want to subscribe to the channel, click on this button right down below. We want to thank all of our YouTube members and Patreon supporters for making all of this possible. And we'll see you next time.